Hey, Kyle here with winthehouseyoulove.com. Today I'm going to give you a downloadable closing cost calculator. So there's some online that you can get, but I found that they don't actually put in the right numbers. So what I'm going to show you is actually a downloadable Google sheet, so you can copy it into your Google account or you can download it if you want to. But what it's going to do is give you pretty accurate numbers based on your scenario. So we're going to walk through this. I'm going to show you how you can figure out your closing costs, because ultimately what you want to find out is your final cash due at closing. So let's go ahead and walk through this. What I'll do is I'll have the link for this down in the description, and then you can download this and put it into Excel if you want to, or you can just copy it into your own Google account, whatever one you want to do. But you can see we have in here, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to start in section 1 and just put in the general loan information. So we have a drop down. Now, the way that I set this up was that everything in yellow are the things that you should edit. Everything not in yellow, I'd be very careful editing, because it either has a formula or it's just sample numbers that I put in. So first, you're going to choose your loan type. So I have conventional. This is less than 20% down. Conventional with 20% down or more. FHA, VA, and USDA. Now these two options are in here because mortgage insurance goes away on 20% down conventional. So what's cool about this is it's going to auto calculate things like FHA mortgage insurance, USDA mortgage insurance. So for instance, if you take a look down here, conventional has $0 upfront mortgage insurance, but FHA has mortgage insurance, and it's going to auto calculate this for you. Not only that, but if you look over on the mortgage insurance section, it will calculate based on what type of loan, the type of mortgage insurance that is going to be included in here. Okay, so we're going to choose a conventional loan, and then let's put in our purchase price. Let's say it's $300,000. After that, we get to put in our down payment percentage. So let's say 5% down. And what this is going to do is show us our base loan amount. So how much is the actual loan that we're taking out? And then it's going to show us the total loan amount. Now, on a conventional loan, there's no upfront mortgage insurance. But if we change this to FHA, we can see the total loan amount is actually higher than the base loan amount. That's because upfront mortgage insurance is getting put into the loan. All right. So we're going to stick to conventional. And then we're going to choose the term. So you could put in a 30-year term, or you could put a 15, you could put a 20. We're going to stick with 30. Then down here, we have estimated property taxes and homeowners insurance. Now, what you can do is change the tax rate depending on the area that you're in. I'm doing 1.5% for tax and 0.4% for homeowners insurance. And this should give us pretty solid figures, at least in my local market. So we did section 1. Now we move to section 2 here. So we're going to put in lender charges. So you can put in origination charges if those exist for you. Underwriting, you're probably going to run into about a $900 cost here. Then in this section is where you can put in lender credits or discount points. So let's say you're anticipating getting a lender credit of $500. You could put that in there. Or let's say you're anticipating paying $2,000 in points. You can put that in there as well. We're going to leave this blank for now. And then what you have are your loan service fees. So you have your appraisal fee. You'll most likely have something like a credit report fee, and then maybe some other extra fees, possibly a processing fee. So put those in there if you are anticipating them, but if you're not, I would leave this here, and it's going to give you a solid idea of what you can expect to run into. After that, you'll have your title costs. So this is all being auto-calculated here because your lender title insurance is going to change based on your loan amount. So you can see if I did a higher purchase price, title insurance increases quite a bit. So that's all going to auto calculate here for you. So you shouldn't have to touch any of the title section. So what this does down here is this shows us our total loan cost, $35.86. Now what we do is we go to section 3, which is other costs. So you have government recording fees. This should be about around $250 all over the nation. Then you have transfer taxes. Now, not all states have transfer taxes. For instance, Ohio doesn't, but maybe your state does. And you could put in what your transfer tax is. You can just do a quick Google search to figure out what your transfer taxes are. And you can put in the percentage right here, and that will auto-calculate for you as well. Then what we have are your prepaid interest days in here, along with 12 months of homeowners insurance and any property taxes prepaid. Normally they're not prepaid, but if you know you're going to run into that situation, you can put that in there as well. And then you have your escrow account being set up. So about 3 months of insurance, 3 months of property taxes, 0 months of mortgage insurance. So if you know you're going to waive escrows, you can just put 0 in here. Or if not, a good number is just to keep those right around 3. Then you also have an optional owner's title insurance policy. So if you read up on that and say, you know, I don't want it, then you can 0 it out if you want to. Just know that it will take out this formula in here. And then you're most likely going to have a home inspection cost. So I threw that in here as well, so you can see what that looks like. So now what we can see are the total closing costs of this loan. So then we go up to section 4 and put in your anticipated rate. So we're going to do 2.875. And then here in section 5, it's going to auto-calculate everything for you. So your principal and interest, the amount of property taxes you're paying, homeowner's insurance, and mortgage insurance. And that's going to give you a total monthly payment of $1,800 per month. Okay, so this kind of doubles as like a closing cost calculator and monthly payment calculator. Then what we want to do is we want to calculate the cash to close. So how much money do you actually have to bring to the closing table? So we have your down payment. That's that 5% of $300,000. You also have closing costs that were added from this whole line down here. Then if you want to put in the fact that you prepaid an appraisal, maybe you're wanting to see what the final number is after that prepaid appraisal, you can put that number in there. Okay. Actually, you want to subtract that. Hello. There we go. You can put in, if you put in an earnest money deposit already, let's say you put $1,000 down as an earnest money deposit. And then maybe you ask for seller concessions. Maybe you ask for, let's say 2% of the purchase price towards seller credits. So you're getting $6,000 in seller credits. And that means everything put together, your total bottom line number due is $14,930. Now, let's say that you wanted to put 20% down. Let's come and put conventional 20%. What that's going to do is 0 out our mortgage insurance, and we'll put our down payment to 20%. Now we can see all those numbers with 20% down. Okay, now let's take a look at FHA. Let's say we did FHA, 3.5% down, and we can see immediately everything switches to look exactly how we need it to, and everything's going to update accordingly to those as well. So this should give you a really quick and easy way to kind of run through a good ballpark of closing costs and take a look at what this is going to look like. These are numbers based off of what I've seen in our local market. Yours might be different. So just keep that in mind. But again, the link is in the description if you want to go ahead and download that and start using it to get an approximation of what you think you'll spend total due at the closing table.